Good morning, students. Almost we finished two lessons in geography, that is India, location, relief and drainage, and climate and natural vegetation of India. I hope you all understood these lessons, but before entering into the next lesson, we just recall the important terms which we learnt in the past videos. I hope it will help you to understand the concept of important question and answer which will be asked for your examination. And also we are going to learn some important places in the map. First we will see the important term in the lesson 1, India, location, relief and drainage. Students, these are the questions which will be asked in your examination. So just we recall the answers for these questions. The first question is, name the neighboring countries of India. So that we saw in our first lesson, that is our country is surrounded by a north side China, Nepal, Bhutan, in east Bangladesh, Myanmar, south Indian Ocean, in west Pakistan. These are the neighboring countries of India. The next important question is, give importance of IST. IST means Indian Standard Time. So Indian Standard Time, based on the longitude, the time will be calculated. Longitude 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes difference. In India, the central meridian longitude is 82 degree 30 minutes. It passes through Mirzapur. For Indian Standard Time, we can calculate Indian Standard Meridian longitude, that is 82 degree 30 minutes east. Based on this longitude, our Indian Standard Time is 5.30 hours ahead of Greenwich Meridian time. The next most important question is, write a short note on Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau, it is the largest part of the plateau region of India. It is roughly triangular in shape. So in that triangular, the first arm, that is the first line, is joining with Kanyakumari and also Rajmahal Hills, and this line passes through the Eastern Ghats. The second arm is the Saptura Range, Mahadevo Hills, Michael Range and the Rajmahal Hills. The third arm is passed through Western Ghats. The area covered by Deccan Plateau is 7 lakh square kilometer. Students, this is your important 2 mark. Please note down. The next question is, west flowing rivers of India. The west flowing rivers are Tapti, Narmada, Mahi, Sabarmati. These 4 rivers are west flowing rivers of India. Next, name the 5 major physiographic divisions of India. The major physiographic divisions of India are the Himalayan mountain, the Great Northern Plain, the Peninsular Plateau, the Indian Desert, the Coastal Plain, the islands. The next question is, write a short note on Himalayas. Himalayas, the Himalayan mountain, it is also called Northern Mountains, which consist of the youngest and the loftiest mountain chains in the world. Why it is called youngest means it forms only few million years ago. Then the Himalayas is the Sanskrit word which means the abode of snow. The Pamir knot, popularly known as the roof of the world, is the connecting link between the Himalayas and the high ranges of Central Asia. Students, it will be asked as a give reason also. Why Himalayas are called young-fold mountains? Why it is means it is formed only few million years ago. That only it is called young-fold mountain. The last question is name the divisions of Great Northern Plain. That is Babar Plain, Tarai Plain, Bangar Plain, Khadar Plains and Delta Plains. Students, these are the questions which will be asked as a give reason. So first question is Himalayas are called young-fold mountains, that we discussed because it formed only few million years ago. The next question is North Indian rivers are perennial. Here perennial means continuous flowing of river. Why it is perennial means it is formed from Himalayan ranges. So it will flow throughout the year. That is the reason for North Indian rivers are perennial. The next question is Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals. Why it is rich in mineral means the river Damodar will flow in this plateau, so that alluvium makes that plateau rich in minerals. The next is the Great Indian Desert is called Marustali. The Indian desert is also called Thar Desert. Marustali means it is arid region. That's why it is called Marustali region. Why the eastern states are called Seven Sisters means the states include in Seven Sisters is Arunachala Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram. So these are the 7 states combined together called Seven Sisters. Why it is called Seven Sisters means they are interdependent. Next we will see the important places in the map. The first mountain ranges, that is Karakoram range, Ladakh range, Aravalli range, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Students, note down these are the important places which will be asked repeatedly. The first one is Karakoram range. So here you have to mark Karakoram range. The next is Ladakh range. So next to Karakoram range it is Ladakh range. So next is Aravalli. So it acts as a boundary for Great Indian Desert and Peninsular Plateau. Next important place in map is Western Ghats. So here it is Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. The opposite direction, in the opposite place it is Eastern Ghats. Next, the important rivers asked in your examination is first in the 2 mark itself we saw the west flowing river. So that is Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada and Tapti. The next important river is Ganga, Yamuna. So whenever you mark that Ganga river, that should be end in this place. So other important rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. You have to mark the curves while marking the rivers. Next, important plateaus. The first important plateau is Deccan Plateau. While you're marking that Deccan Plateau, you have to draw the triangle. It is roughly triangular, so you have to draw the triangular while marking Deccan Plateau. So the next important plateau is Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. The next important thing is while you're marking the Western Ghats, that is Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, you have to draw line. Already we discussed Western Ghats are continuous range. So while marking that Western Ghats, you have to draw the continuous line. When marking the Eastern Ghats, you have to draw discontinuous range. So that is the major difference between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. Next, they may be asked the coastal region. So they may be asked the Konkan coast. You have to mark the Konkan coast here. Next important coast is Malabar coast. Another one is Coromandel coast. So students, these are the few important places which will be asked repeatedly for your examinations. The next important question is, they may be asked the difference between the Himalayan river and the Peninsular river. So the characteristics of Himalayan rivers is, it is originate from Himalayas, it is long and wide, and also it is perennial in nature. Perennial means it is continuous flowing throughout the year, and also it is unsuitable for hydropower generation. Middle and lower courses are navigable. Next, the Peninsular river. The Peninsular river is also called South Indian river. It is originate from Western Ghats. It is short and narrow. It is non-perennial. During the monsoon only it will flow, and it is suitable for hydropower generation, and it is not useful for navigation because it is short and narrow. Students, I hope you all understood the important terms in your first lesson. So next move on to the second lesson, that is climate and natural vegetation of India. From the second lesson, these are the questions which will be asked in your examination. The first question is, what are the factors affecting the climate? So the factors affecting the climate is latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, monsoon wind, relief, jet stream. So these are the factors which affect the climate. The next most important question is, define normal lapse rate. So the normal lapse rate is, temperature decreases at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius for every 1000 meter of descent. It is called normal lapse rate. The next important question is monsoon wind. So monsoon wind, it is the most dominant factor which affects the climate of India. These are seasonal reversal winds, and India remains in the influence of these winds for a considerable part of a year. Next, the divisions of monsoon. It is divided into northeast monsoon and southwest monsoon. Northeast monsoon, it flows from land to sea. Southwest monsoon is flow from sea to land. The next important question is jet stream. So it is nothing but it is a fast moving wind in a narrow zone in the upper atmosphere. So it is classified into westerly jet stream and easterly jet stream. Westerly jet stream helps for the cause of monsoon. Easterly jet stream helps in sudden outbreak of monsoon. So next, the important factor is ITCZ. ITCZ means Intertropical Convergence Zone. So what is this ITCZ means? Sun moves from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn. When it reaches the equator, the southwest flowing wind and northwest flowing wind will converge in equator zone. That zone is called Intertropical Convergence Zone. Next, important seasons in India, that is winter or cold weather season, pre-monsoon or summer season, southwest monsoon or rainy season, northeast monsoon season. The next important question is mango showers. The summer season brings some atmospheric pressure condition. Because of the atmospheric pressure condition, it will bring pre-monsoon showers. So there are few thunder showers called mango showers. Why it is called mango showers means it will help in quick ripening of mangoes along the coast of Kerala and Karnataka. So next, distribution of rainfall. It will be asked in your map exercise. The areas receive heavy rainfall, that is western coast Assam, South Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. If they ask low rainfall areas means you have to mark Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, western and southwestern part of Uttar Pradesh, western Madhya Pradesh and some parts of Tamil Nadu. So next question is, what is natural vegetation? It is refers to a plant community unaffected by man either directly or indirectly, that is called natural vegetation. Here few places are given. So direction of southwest monsoon wind, you have to mark from sea area to land area. For northeast monsoon, you have to mark an arrow mark from land area to sea area. Students, I hope you will understand this part. In next class, we will learn some more places in the map. Thank you, children.